welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing another what I wore this week, what I've been loving, what I've been enjoying, what I've been reaching for. You guys really liked the last one. I wasn't sure if you would or if this would even be interesting because other than the kind of fragrances that I reach for, I try a lot of scents every week, but I just pulled out, honestly, what I went around everywhere I keep my fragrances and I pulled out everything that I wasn't trying because I had to like film or something, that I was just reaching for because I wanted to wear. So, and it ended up being 10 just by accident. So I'm going to get to the 10. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. I will link everything in the description box, so check that out. And let's start with the one that was most surprising to me because I haven't worn this since around the time I hauled it. I definitely wore it after I hauled it, but I haven't worn it in a very long time. And I kind of woke up one day and was like, oh my God, I missed that. Like, I should give it another try. And I've been loving it. And that's Mukhalat by Montblanc. This was one of the fragrances where I'd heard about it so many times that I was like building it up in my head. And I definitely built it up to the point where I don't remember if I said it so explicitly in the haul, but I remember being slightly disappointed. Not fully, but just ever so slightly disappointed when I hauled it because my expectations of this and the descriptions that I had heard and seen were very like sweet plastic doll head scent vibe, and I just always liked that scent, and because I went into it with that mindset, I was disappointed. And I also think every time I wore it around the time I hauled it, I was like, this doesn't smell like that to me. I sort of get it. I get where their mind was going, but it doesn't smell like that to me. I took a long break with it, and when I came back to it just this past week or so, I've really been liking it. And when I remove that kind of border or restriction on what the scent was supposed to be, I feel like it's a scent that I'm enjoying a lot more, and it's a very sweet, almost like tuberose white floral. It certainly has a tinge of plasticiness, but to me, it's just more so that it's synthetic smelling. Like it's a very Montal version of that, and so it smells less plastic doll head and more just very synthetic floral. I can honestly say this is not for everyone, and it's not the best blind buy scent, but it's not super expensive where you will be, dying if you go for it. I just feel like I needed to take a break from it, and even now when I wear it, it's really hard to say why I'm drawn to it. I just think sometimes taking the long breaks really helps me remove myself from a scent and get kind of like less, or not desensitized, but like less strict and kind of the opposite of nose blind, like less picky about it, and I can just come at it with like a fresh set of eyes, but instead of eyes, nose. So anyways, that's that. I've been really enjoying Mukhalat, surprisingly, and I think once I remove that restriction on it, and maybe that'll help you guys as well, if you're looking for a very like absolutely authentic plastic baby doll scent, I don't think that's that for me, at least. But the next one I've been reaching for is a little bit less of a surprise, perhaps, and that is Lipstick On by Replica. You can see, been loving it. This, I would say, since I've owned it, I have worn it less than I thought I would because I used to be in love with this when it first came out, and I will never really understand why Replica discontinued this. I feel like Replica should be a house because they don't come out with new scents that often. I feel like they shouldn't discontinue their scents. People, they have like amazing fans for every one of their scents, I feel like, and this one has a huge fan base. So if you can get your hands on it, I do recommend it. There is a real blush rice powder vibe to it, but there's like some grit and darkness to it as well that I think helps just make it a little bit more mature, because usually lipsticky scents don't, it's not that it's dark or like grungy smelling, but there's just like a maturity there to it that I really, really like. So yeah, definitely been reaching that one. I think it's one of the best ones that Replica has ever come out with in general. So I really hope they start making that one again. All right, very quickly, we're going to go to a fragrance that I'd kind of like forgotten about overall this range because of a million different things, but this is the Vibrant Cities collection. I have them in that set that I showed you guys when I hauled them, so if you haven't checked it out, check that video out. And it's one of the only, if not, it's the only fragrance set that I'm keeping in its box. I just really like the box. I think it's a very aesthetically pleasing. Eventually, I'll probably take them out, but the only bad thing is because I've done that, I'm so much more likely to forget about it because I have to take out the box and then take out the fragrance. Anyways, all that to say, recently I've been really drawn to Elegantly Tokyo, which was one of my favorite ones, and I just love it. I feel like this one's, really one of the more unique fragrances that she's ever come out with Zara, and I love when she manages to toe the line beautifully on making a unique enough scent where it's not just like your run-of-the-mill Joe Malone scent, but still making it something I would personally wear and enjoy. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, it's spectacular, and it's the reason I keep buying all of her collections at Zara. So I love this one. It's kind of hard for me to describe it, and that's also why I like it. There's like a muskiness to it, but there's an earthiness to it. It smells completely different to me now than it did when I first got it, which is so weird to even say, but it's almost completely changed, and yet I love it just as much. So this was a great one from the collection. I'm not sure if these are still on the website. They might be, but if you can get your hands on any of the fragrances from the Vibrant Cities collection, definitely do. And Elegant Tokyo is a powerhouse from that whole collection. The other Zara scent that I've been reaching for this week, I didn't realize there was two, is Nuit, just the Nuit by Zara Dress Time 02. I heard one of you, the last time I talked about this, of how obsessed I was. I'm going to spray this one. Oh, it smells so good. One of you said that the reason that, and it made me laugh, people aren't super loving this, because I was like, why aren't people talking about this? It's amazing. Is that people find that it smells like baby wipes, and I don't smell that. There is a real clean, I mean, it's not even clean. I feel like there's a powdery, almost amber wood vibe to it that I said reminded me of Rosewood by Banana Republic. I love it. I think this is one of the best fragrances Zara's ever come out with. I'm so surprised there is not a real hype around it. I only have it in the small bottle, like I said. And at first I really regretted it because I'm like, oh my God, it's amazing. I should have got the 200 ml. But let's just even see if I finish that one. I think it's amazing. I love it and definitely recommend. Now that I know the baby powder or baby wipe thing, I will say you can always try these in store, and you might as well do that just in case, because I don't want you to get a baby wipe scent and hate it. To me, it doesn't smell like that at all though. I think it smells amazing. The next one's American Creme. I talked about it when I hauled it. I've still been loving it. This is the perfect strawberry milkshake 90s strawberry shortcake scent ever. I will forever love that. And again, I get really, really good lasting power from that one. So wear it all the time. A kind of fresh scent, that like a tart scent that I reach for. Sometimes I just feel like, I don't know, like nauseated in the mornings or something. And I want something fresh and to cut through. I mean, I was going to say heat, but it's not super hot. I just mean just to cut through everything. And I've been reaching for this a whole lot again. Eau de Rhubarb Éclairate by Hermès was a favorite of mine a while ago. I've always really liked it, and I really like how it has such a tart and pure rhubarb, and yet the base of this scent is musk. So once it starts fading and it's almost a skin scent, and right at the base there was a musk note, which is so unexpected and really unexpectedly beautiful actually. But I love that scent, and I've been reaching for it a whole lot, and it's one of my favorite ones from Hermès. as a whole. I think it's just really, really beautiful. So kind of the opposite to that, because I've been reaching for the Hermès in the morning, but before bed, because I always wear at least one fragrance to bed, more than one if we're being honest, but at least one. I've been reaching for this a lot before bed, and it's a very bougie thing to wear to bed, but anyways, Gypsy Water by Byredo. I don't know why I'm so comforted by this. Before bedtime, I feel like it's very soft and earthy and peaceful. I really didn't think I would like this as much as I did when I picked it up. I thought it was just kind of gonna fall by the wayside, and I'd still always reach for Bal d'Afrique. And don't get me wrong, I adore Bal d'Afrique, but I feel like I haven't worn Bal d'Afrique near even close to as much as I've worn Gypsy Water since I picked it up. So I just love it, mainly at night. For whatever reason, I've just like fallen into a kick where I wear it at night, but I think it's really nice and one of the best kind of nature inspired scents I've ever come across. So love that one. As always, I think since I've picked this up, this is a scent that whenever I don't know what to wear and I want to wear something uplifting, this is a fragrance that just makes me really happy. Every time I wear it, it's just mood boosting. And that's Bronze Goddess by Estee Lauder. Oh my God, I'll spray here. I smell like such a mix. And some of these scents are not the best layered, but I don't care. I love this. This is very beach vacation. It's very like old school, trying out fragrances in department stores. As a teenager, it's beachy florals. It's got like a muskiness to it, almost like a skin scent musk. Right when you spray it, it smells as if it's already lived in. I love it. There's really not enough good things I can say about a Bronze Goddess scent, and I feel like you need at least one in your arsenal for sure. The other one, there's two left, so I'll leave one for last, but a scent I always have loved, and it's always been a favorite, and sometimes I just fall into a kick, is L'Ange Noir by Givenchy. This is the kind of scent where if I wear it, I'm gonna spray this too. If I wear it once, I can fall into the habit of wanting to wear it every day. I don't feel like that about a lot of my fragrances, but there is like a real category of scents, and I don't even know what to call them, or else I do a video on them. But they're the scents that they make me want to be a one scent person, because I'm like, I love this, and then I obviously can't, but I love this. I always fall into random times of the year where I'm like, all I want to wear is L'Ange Noir, so love that. And lastly, I've been wearing this one to work all the time. I don't know, again, like I just feel like I'm drawn to it. It's very sweet, and I feel like it just is like a sugar rush to keep me going at work, but this is Kenzo World Power. Always have to make sure I get the power in, not the original, so it's a flanker. I like this over the flanker infinitely. I think this one's so, it's so beautiful. Ever since I picked it up on vacation in Portugal, I've just been really blown away, and I had such little expectations for it because I bought it blind, and I bought it on the assumption that it would be very different or just very much better than the original as a flanker, and I was right. So love that one. It's a really beautiful sweet bomb to kind of sugar rush floral to keep you going throughout the day. So yeah, those were the 10 fragrances I've been loving this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. As I mentioned, everything will be linked in the description box below. Let me know what you've been loving to wear this week in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!